Guys, Jalou Laguna. Now, if the Liverpool defeat wasn't bad enough, the constant hysteria off and on the pitch that surrounds my club wasn't enough. Early hours of Sunday morning, and they started to really surface at the end of Sunday night. Alexis was dropped against Liverpool because of leaving training early within the week. Now, I hate to say I tell you guys so, but I told you guys so. Anyone would have known it. If you heard Wenger's rubbish about I want to play direct and things like that, it made no sense. Let's get into it, man. Let's not waste time. In my opinion, Alexis, I can't be angry at you. Cannot be angry at you. You've been signed at this club through false pretenses about how we're going to progress and our young players are going to come to fruition. We're going to sign similar caliber players, which to be fair at the time we did have Ozil. But yeah, you get where I'm going. You've constantly carried us from when you've been here. You've carried us. Even last year wasn't your best year. You carried us. Constantly made the difference. Made the difference in the league. Been the difference between getting top four. Been the difference in the Champions League this year for us. Bailed us out against PSG twice. You deserve it. You deserve to be angry. If we had 11 other players like you, not in ability, but in terms of wanting to be better, we'd be so much better than we are. The problem is, Alexis comes from poverty. It comes where you have to have that work rate and drive. The majority of our players have always lived in a pretty little bubble, never had to work, and it transpires on the pitch. They don't know how to fight. You have to forgive Alexis for being frustrated. I 100% side with Alexis. I can see why he's angry. For some, he presents the fans' anger. If only some of the players were like that, not just telling us we need to be better and things like that. But despite all of this, in my opinion, Arsene Wenger is correct for dropping him, and I'll say why. Firstly, collective has to go. You have to side with the collective over the one. Now, the collective being the other players. Obviously, simple maths. One Alexis, 24 other squad members. There's already clearly a lack of harmony in our dressing room. Which are you going to side with? You're going to pick the 24 regardless of the ability. If you side with Alexis, one, you show him that he's bigger than you. You show him he's bigger than the club. You also showed the rest of the team members that there's one rule for Alexis and 10 rules for everybody else, which is not on. That's not how you run an organization. That's not how you run a football club. That's just not how anything can be done. So he was right to drop him for it. He was right to drop him for the Liverpool game, regardless of how great Alexis is. And despite the fact we clearly needed him, we did need him. I was angry when he weren't there. But upon knowing this, he's completely correct. No one's bigger than the club. Alexis wouldn't have got away with that playing under Pep. He wouldn't have got away with it playing under Simeone. Gets away with a lot under Wenger that he wouldn't under their managers. So we did need to get that. That's the final straw. It doesn't matter how good you are. You do not do that. I'll ask you guys, if it wasn't Alexis Sanchez and it was, I don't know, let's just say Theo Walcott, Oxlade-Chamberlain, anyone else in that squad, anyone, whoever you want, would you have the same stance? Not just because it's Alexis Sanchez. You need to look at it for as neutral as possible. Anyone that's played football knows how much of a disrespect that is. I'll even give you an example. I was playing for a team. Disagreement with a teammate. Poor conduct from both of us. Manager dropped us for the first half of the game on Sunday, so we could see what we did wrong, see what we're missing out. Second half, you come on. Football is not that different from Sunday League and things like that. Obviously, the quality and stuff. Football is a very simple game. You just need to be able to think, people. Be able to think. Also, for as much as I said, as Alexis has bailed us out and been great for us, there's also been games where he's hidden. United away, Chelsea away. Chelsea when he didn't even clap the fans off. Chelsea away. There's been numerous times. Obviously, Alexis has been our best player for the majority of it, but there's numerous times he hasn't been there, and he's got to hide behind, and fans have let him hide behind, oh, he doesn't deserve this, da-da-da-da-da-da. For the majority of his games are good, but he's also had bad games. It shows you're human. So you need to be in training and pulling together. We all need to pull in the same direction. Clearly, the dressing room's gone. We've lost the dressing room. Everybody's divided because we've got spineless performance after spineless performance. But yeah, you get where I'm going with that, people. We're in March. Alexis and Ozil, realistically, let's be honest, they've decided their futures. 98% sure what they want to do. Regardless, whatever they want to do, we don't know. We can't let them think they're bigger than the club. Negligence that our two best players and a couple others have been let to run their contracts down like this. If we were in their position, we'd do exactly the same. They have all the leverage. They know how important they are to Arsenal. At Barcelona and Real Madrid, they were just stars amongst other stars. Here, they're being treated like gods. And when you got fans putting up banners of dogs, Alexis's dogs, can you blame him for leveraging every bit of opportunity he can? I do think a lot of the excessive behaviour at times is playing towards a contract, playing for a move or whatever. But it is warranted. You get where I'm going. Not to go off target. We're a team. 5-5. We're a team game. It's a team game. We're a team. We win together. We lose together. We die together. We're like, football is like soldiers in the trenches. You all have to pull together. I can see why Alexis is angry. I might have even walked off at training and had a bust up, but you have to play it fair, and those are the rules. And anyone aspiring to be a big club and whatnot has to adhere to certain set standards, regardless of how good you are. It's Arsenal FC. No one is bigger than the club. It's not Alexis FC. It's not Arsenal FC. Man, what nonsense are we at? What nonsense are we at? I'm tired of these antics. I've not much to say other than that. I hope I've cleared it up as best I can. In the press conference, not to touch on the press conference briefly, both of them played it down. I mean, you saw Alexis Sanchez put something on Twitter and Instagram. Wenger played down that he had any knowledge that it was all lies and stuff. But you can read between Wenger's languages. Someone that can decode Wenger a lot and has to. He said nothing. He doesn't know anything. It hasn't happened. That means he's aware of everything. He kept mentioning the collective in his press conference, the collective being the squad. And he did mention briefly about Alexis's can be excessive behaviour, but he said the relationship was neutral and whatnot. I do think they've got a better relationship than is currently being painted, but I do think the guy's off. I can't blame the guy for being off. I do hope, my heart wants him to stay, my brain, he's off. I can't blame him for leaving. But what I can blame him for is that poor conduct. And I do believe, even though we lost, and of course we would have had a better chance of winning with Alexis, ultimately it was the correct call to drop in people. It was the correct call. And I will say, if this happens again with any other player, I hope the same thing happens. Not much to say other than that. Deluded Guna signing out. Oh yeah, for people that are saying this is something like Conte, this is nothing like Conte and Costa. For one, Chelsea are top of the league. 2, Costa's contract has a couple years to run. 3, Chelsea are gonna replace. He knows Chelsea will replace him. Alexis's advisors are not stupid. Alexis isn't stupid. They analysed the club. They have analysed the club for a number of years. They know we're not gonna replace this guy. I hope I'm wrong on that one, dearly, people. But yeah, not much to say other than that. Clearly, visibly still hurt from the Liverpool game. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out, guys. Deluded Guna. Thank you for watching.